moida! We're doing another moida! Alright. What is up? Okay, let's see here. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. Just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood! Doesn't it sound kinda familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
And is this some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real Genocide Sorry. The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school? Dude, aren't you a clairvoyant? Shouldn't you have known that?
No way!
There's no way! But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity. I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. Dot. No. Why? Okay. Dunk. She fired. That did not sound good. Toko. Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Oh.
So, she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides a room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count? Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction. I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, Her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? This feels like it needs a different voice, right? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine, I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No. Everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
If you need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me?
Huh? She totally ignored me.
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation. The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then, it's happened again. Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Nanakuma's a weird dude. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum. Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
see ya later.
So please do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way.
Do we really gotta do another investigation? There is a dead body here. Examining the corpse of one of our friends? Having to suspect all our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too! I've had enough! I'm getting out of here! Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run!
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object! Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you! Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Yoko,
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, and that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all deadbeat.
Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry. Oh god, I can't fucking talk today. Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
so
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
hey,
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger,
Interesting.
which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up!
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice. I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Toot sweet. I don't know. Toot suit? Zoot suit riots? If we do not solve this mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. First of all, I'd better check the Banakuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. Time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. It's an athletic person. The blunt object, obviously, is... Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know? So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just... You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But... we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened.
but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one.
I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death.
But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here.
She was very light. That is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came in here on her own, by choice.
What makes you say that?
She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger.
So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Hino or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then.
Avoiding it?
Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us.
And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others.
So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else?
It's a possibility, I think. Okay.
There's a dumbbell on the floor and... This is a bloodstain! There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell!
The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a little bit of blood on the wall.
The poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. Must have been splattered with blood during the murder.
Okay. Dude had a real complex about being weak.
You heard Shichiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once.
Sure did. I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong.
Cancelled! I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. Not cancelled.
Because of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be.
Now I believe it's about time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed.
he's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time.
We are not done in there. So, this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation.
Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
He said that and then quickly, sharply clapped his hands together.
Call for me?
You called for me?
Has he been domesticated?
Right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl. The ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct.
So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means...
Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you.
See right through me.
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple.
But am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I'd expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have had to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together,
Unbelievable.
or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties. I really am. So I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
main hall.
That'll help you understand what's going on.
We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? A hunk of metal blocking the entrance seems like some kind of machine. A surveillance camera, and there's what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. So chilling. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. Oh wait, there's 3 of them. What are they doing here?
So you finally found them.
Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka?
You can go ahead and confirm it yourself.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... You're right! This is Sayaka's handbook!
Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I see. Yeah, now I understand.
What?
Hold on a second.
What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
That one won't turn on. It must be Leon's, right?
See.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break up. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There is no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with. It wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does.
Can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air. Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now.
You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay then. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite.
Huh? Not quite.
Dude, it's Byakuya, isn't it? He's like, yeah, you help me. Hold on, there's still more waiting to be checked. Your account?
What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite.
Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case.
That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that?
You're not wrong to wonder.
But words mean little right now.
I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Genocide Jack is one of us.
Is there really proof?
There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro.
Evidence? Does something like that really exist?
Ah, hey, you two.
Big trouble! Need your help!
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me! This is a serious emergency! Please, please, you gotta help me! Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Are you sure?
Make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina!
Go.
Looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely.
You're right!
And now we're going to Toko's room.
Is Toko outside? Some kind of emergency? You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast.
So, what's this emergency?
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room, blah, 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 blah. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know? See how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea. I may as well give it a shot.
The door swung open slowly and silently.
Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Oh, what was that? She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend! It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Choka was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? There sure fucking is. Why am I so short? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments,
What do you want?
leave me alone! You're all so annoying! Ah! Bacula!
Byakuya,
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep her promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again! And with that, the door slams shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of our delusions, I'm sure. But
stop talking.
if I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. But Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up, because I'm a little piss boy and I don't know what to do without someone telling me. Tried to talk with him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Make me repeat myself.
There's no point. Okay.
Don't make me repeat.
The surveillance camera. Okay. I've touched everything in here. If I remember, on the other side of this door is the archive, right? Oh. Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. I don't think I've been in this room. Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too. Achoo!
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it. It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use.
there's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library.
Extension cord, huh?
For the desk lamp. Got it.
This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
Huh?
That's the report on presidential assassination. The original is kept at a national library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. There's so many files.
That's enough.
Those documents are
Dangerous.
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner.
You mean like the deep state? Like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Jesus Christ, stop. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files.
If you're thinking of going through those, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would never want to look at. Be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All those files are the investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police's eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh?
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This
Can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie.
Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
No use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, then you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
I need to get a drink. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Miyake is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. It's Byakuya, right? Like, a copycat killer can still be the thing if he's the copycat.
Could you let me see it?
It's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you.
Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takafuma Gono, Uchida Nahus. I'm not gonna read all these names. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read.
All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. At the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit.
The next page.
Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they didn't leave, they were in panic. But when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality.
Split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV?
So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we?
Wait, Byakuya!
As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. They used scissors to suspend, not rope. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on. Enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye.
Just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Did aside Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us! But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. I'm actually kind of lost right now. Alright, there we go. Whoop.
Ding, ding, ding. Yufumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about all that?
Oh yeah, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something worthwhile too.
Really? What did she see?
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where is Celeste now?
The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time not there.
What's it gonna be?
Alright, going back in here. Let's look at the body, because we didn't even get to touch the fucking birdie.
I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Hero's dead body.
That's it? Nothing more worthwhile to be said about that?
Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Wow.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But
So then,
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success.
with that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about.
Okay.
Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Wait, so then it isn't rope at all! But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through Genocide Jack file, something's quite not right. What does this all mean? Status of the dead body has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at that Genocide Jack case file one more time.
Door leads out to the pool. That's not where I want to go.
It's the bloodstained poster. Blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this.
Damn. No forgiveness.
Okay.
Chihiro's complex, where did it come from?
Okay, yeah, I think...
Huh? This poster? It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms.
There is a dirty rug.
Who shit on the rug? Who shit on the rug? Guys! There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room carpet had been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook.
They both just got switched. It's totally Byakuya. That motherfucker.
There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf. There don't seem to be any kind of clues left.
I need to talk to... Big lady.
You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I've never really paid any attention to the posters.
I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising.
Yeah, protein coffee?
In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee, and I down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain.
A stain?
But I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up.
It's totally Byakuya, bro.
But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there's never been a stain here to begin with?
Okay. Okay.
It would feel weird, though, for it to be, Byakuya.
I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone! Did someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that, I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. It's Byakuya! You motherfucker! Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... He actually didn't want me to look at the desk lamp. It would give it away. Mastermind's motive.
Alright. Extension cord. What else do I have? But to find Byakuya. Map. Oh, there he is.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all! Damn it! I'm sorry, Chihiro! It's all because I wasn't strong enough! Got a little lightheaded there. Oh, no cap. I I thought it said Dingus was in here. Was he out here? Hey, Makoto, what's up? Ha! I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox.
There's a mailbox here.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Dining hall, warehouse. Okay, both of those are event things, so let's go here.
Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing?
Same as before, she won't come out and she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there.
You left her?
My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
A donut, of course! Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
Really?
I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her.
Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise
With you. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was just used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right?
You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl.
Is Chihiro a boy? Are we just like about to find out that Chihiro's a boy? What makes you say that? Oh, you know, like all of these stereotypes in this game that state that someone of the same sex is more comfortable to be around than someone of the opposite sex, and the fact that she didn't ever go in on the invite when Sakura wanted her to train with her, but she went at night when she was like gonna be alone for sure, and the rugs got switched. The rug got switched and the poster got switched, meaning that she died not in the girls' locker room, but in the boys' locker room. Or maybe she took Leon's handbook and dropped the weight on it and broke it. Or a weight got dropped on it. I don't know.
Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
It's unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then you did find something.
Very well, I will tell you, and only you. Last night I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly into the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken that rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying,
Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh man. I'm gonna grab something to drink.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm streaming. And something fell.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Whew.
See you soon.
begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door. It's right through here.
There's not another option. I can't just not go to the class trial. Did I get enough evidence? So everyone is ready. Is everyone ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is... You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding, I'm just kidding. How can I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. I just told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would just drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
Whew. So now everyone's here, right? Okay, then hustle on to the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro.
Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here.
Before it starts, you have to officially guess who did it. Are you gonna start the poll? Yeah, I think Byakuya is actually a pretty good choice. Byakuya is definitely like kind of gung-ho to get this all over with and like win. And he's put himself in the position where he can like actually be like, yeah, the rules state that I can't have done it to most people. So, of course, it means I can't do it. I think what we see is that by some weird ruling, I don't know how, Chihiro was in the boys' locker room. When he came in, he killed her, and then borrowed her handbook to take her over to the girls' locker room, tie her up in a similar fashion to the Genocide Jack guy, because he knows what that's supposed to look like, but it's not the same. And he like recreated a crime scene that he couldn't have been a part of. Maybe he knows that Toko is Genocide Jack too, so that also kind of helps that fact upon everything. So he's trying to frame her. Yeah, I think that's just where we're at. I think he's the only one who would do it in this manner. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But we'll see.
Someone standing right here.
I gave you plenty to work with. Show us how far your logic can take you. That right there. 'Cause she was easy. I guess I wasn't much help on this one. There is something odd about Toko's behavior. I do not think mere shock is enough to explain it. You ready? We doing this?
I will uncover the villain who performs such heinous acts on a weaker individual. It's Fujisaki. I must admit, for being 3D, she was quite remarkable. Of course, just the idea of 3D makes me cringe. I don't know why the killer did what they did, but I'm sure it'll work itself out! Justice always prevails! Right, bro?
Hey, come on.
Fucking Toko, man. What's got her so worked up? We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes.
I gave a small nod in reply. One last deep breath. I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until, finally, it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? I didn't even... Did you? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay, then. Let's get this show on the road. Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Makoto. I sure do. Oh, man. Increases the time limit for each phase. Effective during the class trial. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Okay. I'll use both my skills. Sure. They're set. Okay. Any handbook. Let's look at our truth bullets. I think I'm good.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe. Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Why
I'm forgetting how to play.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a...
Yeah.
But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, there has to be the contradicting.
It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe. No, he's wrong.
we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
What?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong! I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Booblust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Wait, what? Yeah. Yeah, can't remember how to play. No, it's not that. What are the letters? What is this word? I'm trying to think. I know how to do this. I can do this. I thought it was schizo. Not gonna be like. I have to select them in order. Okay. So maybe it is schizo. All right. I got this. It is S. Where is S?
Now I understand.
Okay. It's not really the.
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
It's not really the same thing, but you know.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Whew.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
What up, Azira? Yep.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously...
I'm getting there.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Ugh.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
Yeah. So he has every tool to frame her.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask
Yeah,
you
no,
to.
it's still Byakuya.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Yeah, he never was gonna go out with you.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
Ugh.
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second,
Hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
What's that tongue do?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this? What happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. What if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
this is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question? What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you
I mean, I get that they had to have some like physical indicator that she was a different person, but like, did it have to be a 7-foot long tongue?
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
The muscle control is impressive. Yep.
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
You don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
You've lost me?
To Chihiro, it'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases.
Yeah, they just put ragu on blast like that. There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and the stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The victim's fatal injury is from like fucking Caesars.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But
Multiple
Chihiro died
pairs.
from a blow to the head, right? Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders. Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Never.
You're saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Stab through their hands. Correct. What was used to suspend her?
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring referring to?
Big Mac?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out.
Bunch of men.
Plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it? If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is they could figured it out. I know why she could have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl. Okay, so Chihiro was a girl. Okay.
Hero was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada. Yeah. Going back through all the fucking names. Not reading all those.
Guys?
That's right. The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men.
Oh, so it's like a horny thing.
I can't believe I said it. I'm so embarrassed.
What? Do that tongue.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it. I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Hello, can we agree Chihiro did not deserve being murdered? Absolutely.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam.
Absolutely did not deserve the bonk. And I can say that I am a disciple of the Church of Bonk. No bonk necessary for that one.
Since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly car!
Lowly, cur.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Yep. Absolutely.
If I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
The ladies are all given a knitting kit.
I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors.
Okay,
All that.
there still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
Okay.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
Yeah, I feel like this is really stretching the definition of neurodivergent, but sure.
Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Just go around the table. Where is he? There he is.
Here's my answer.
The guy
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Oh, I told Cameron at the beginning, trombones and puns, because he asked before this all started. I said Byakuya.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Please stop.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree?
Huh? Suspicious?
It seems nobody's searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Yeah, but you're a perv, bro. Like,
there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone.
a new element has been added to non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely.
Okay, truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button. Rip sound?
No, not actually.
God damn it!
Yeah, hold on. Am I back? Does it sound okay now? Okay, cool. That's annoying as shit. Alright. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullet, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits. In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Wait, so now I'm... How do I do the truth flashback?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a
Okay.
natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
Yeah. Okay. Appreciate it.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Okay. Dumb.
So,
Okay.
you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was
Before we
acting
found the body.
weird.
How? If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who...
No.
Like that. Okay. There is, I just don't remember what it is. It's been a little bit since I played.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Shut up.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
With Byakuya's attitude.
Like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Meh.
It's the extension cord. Yep.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Ah, fuck!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Damn. Sneaky little purple words.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
I could.
It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd
Got
you get
this.
it from, huh?
I'm just right here. All right. If I... Yep, break.
Actually,
Control key. Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
Appreciate it. You should just wait until you hear the other voices.
Same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
I'm actually letting them rest right now because they're voicing it themselves.
That extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't.
Cameron likes this voice of mine the best.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look
Hifumi's?
like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Well, you'll see.
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. It's as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
Wrong. I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
He has an accomplice.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but what does that mean? Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said.
I got it! You
Scene of the
saved
crime.
Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
What a fucking...
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely
What a
no
fucking
question
asshole.
about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya. Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the boys and the girls' locker rooms.
There was two things. This is what they want.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
Just gross.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Doot, 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 doot. Ooh. Boys' locker room carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
She said that like she could see the picture that appeared next to his head. Does he have like Polaroids? I'm sorry, that just took me out of it for a second. What?
But why would anyone do that?
You know, are they living in a fantasy world where like every Anchorman's like bubble that pops up is real? Okay, we're going to say yes and just keep going.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible. What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
There's an evil murder bear and a tongue demon. Why not thought bubbles? Okay, fair enough.
An even bigger question. If the murder
Fair enough.
did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Yeah.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate
Damn it.
programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Is it really possible?
Yeah, control fast forward.
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Okay, so that it is the other one. All right.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have been no. No, I don't think that's. She used the thing that was in the main.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. No, that's wrong.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, She must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
That it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait.
We can do that?
What do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Mondo best boy, okay? Chill.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, alright then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Well, we've...
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay. Where to where? Where to where are we going? We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... back to the scene of the crime, I guess.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious...
Cameron.
You know?
Cameron, no, is this actually the twist? Did I call it earlier? Is she actually a boy?
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh god.
Girl,
Trombones and puns.
you have to touch a dead body?
These trombones and puns.
Boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Oh my god.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
They're a little beanbag. Oh god.
Hero, please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Ah!
I see. So she was
Oh no!
interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
God damn it!
Joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Oh my god.
Guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Yeah, of course you did.
Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh?
God damn it. God damn it.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting.
Whew.
Then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his
God.
reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
Fuck off, Makoto.
As the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
I'm sorry, this going through this chapter in 2023 is starting to feel a little spicy.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room.
Chihiro can be whatever Chihiro wants to be, okay?
And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever, we still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
just happened to.
Fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
He censored himself.
Well, I find it very hard to believe. Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit
Huh.
is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
What am I missing?
Seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was
You.
clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very
Oh.
Lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Maybe? We know about the killer. Gain access to the real murder scene, meaning the killer's a guy. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. I don't remember what Celeste's account was.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Clues are one thing.
Celeste's account was the gym bag.
Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
Damn it.
It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, it's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
Honestly, yeah. You can have an accomplice. So Taka and Mondo, in theory, could have done it. Because they were probably up after hours anyways. Because they were doing their little fucking sauna challenge thing. And maybe, you know, like them doing all their toxic masculinity shit. They were like, yeah, let's go pump some iron now. You know, bond. Like men do. I don't know.
Right before nighttime. I saw
It's an option, but I don't feel strongly about it.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Track jacket and double bag? We didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm in kind of a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So yeah, no.
So,
Not them
Mr.
then.
Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
I do?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Well, they have an alibi. Let's think of it that way. Mondo and Taka have an alibi.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Yeah.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe.
Blue. It's just blue, right?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
Okay.
He's on his way to go exercise.
Right.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Okay.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
I did not mean to right click right there.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all,
Okay.
We know where he was on his way, so next week, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one...
So, the killer was wearing the same blue. My tracksuit is black.
I don't even... Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
No, it's not that.
Shoot!
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go, so next we have to ask, why did he choose the
Let's have a
specific
drink.
tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Nope. Yeah, I was doing that.
First of all, we know what Chihiro was on his way to go. So next, why did he choose?
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one the cook.
So, the killer was wearing my tracksuit.
I don't even, because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit first. I got it from the warehouse.
Did any of that really help us?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Oh, okay.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exorcist, so next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean?
I got it! It matched the one...
So, the killer was wearing this...
My tracksuit is black.
Nope.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit
I don't.
personally.
I didn't want that.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard
I can
him.
do this.
What he...
It is.
First of
I
all,
got it from
we
the
know
warehouse.
He was on his way to go exorcist, so next why did he choose...
So I need.
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
Blue
as him?
tracksuit.
My tracksuit is black.
Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Is that it? No.
Shoot!
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the cook...
So,
The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
no, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
Track jacket. He didn't say blue.
said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh no, Mondo, you bitch.
Why did you say...
You're supposed to be blue. You're supposed to be best boy.
What are you? You just... Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell her...
Mondo, no.
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
Oh, he's covering for him. So oh no. Oh.
The bad
Did I
news
actually
was
just...
clearly disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that's not the reason. According to Celeste's testimony...
It's in a fucking duffel bag, and she stuffed it in. She's trying to hide it, yeah.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps.
No.
You handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However,
She was nice. But you know what? In a way, it's a mercy.
Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
I initially thought, just like, as soon as I saw the murder scene, I didn't take any of it in. And I was like, maybe Chihiro just killed herself because she didn't really want to be doing this. She said she'd rather die than have to go through that again.
But why?
So, like, in a way, it's like, well, now she doesn't have to experience any more of it.
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. Yes.
There was a certain turning point that ticked me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You didn't notice such
Oh
a
my
tiny
God.
detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, she's the ultimate detective.
I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
You're the ultimate criminal, dude. You're the ultimate biker gang, bro.
Something like that. This is a false accusation.
You guys just bonded last night. You're in on it too, aren't you?
Reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
You have something?
Ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Oh man. Can I say I actually know the cases, but that's about it? Okay.
No, now that I'm thinking about it here
Oh, I see.
it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to...
It's mine.
I got it!
Chihiro's.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Oh, I see.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
I'm going into this completely blind, so no spoilers.
I was totally sure
I think
I found it.
you know that though. I don't have to say that.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's,
Huh.
sitting useless in the main hall. for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
They attacked one another.
I got it! You already told us before.
The
that
arch was
handbook
likely
has
broken
one weak point,
because of
didn't
his execution.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can
It's actually Leon. He's still alive.
Figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Oh no.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
They went back to the sauna?
As your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Leon's was when he started the... No, because he wasn't near the fire.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by...
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize...
And then he stole Leon's.
And it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
So yeah, that's Mondo's handbook, not Leon's.
Possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Taka would have. Taka didn't get undressed.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Yep.
You seem awfully rattled, Taka. Could it be you know who it actually was? In that case, there's really only one person left. It could have been.
Wait, was it not Taka who... I can't remember that scene right. It must have been Mondo then. I thought it was Taka though.
Here's my
Like
answer.
2 weeks ago.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yeah, because Because they bonded in the sauna.
The contest,
Yeah.
Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on.
He did do that. See, I had it flipped in my head.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Damn. Broken E Handbook, Chihiro's E Handbook. Card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, it's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
Yeah. Oh, really? Really? You mean, the last twist wasn't that, crazy? It gets worse? Oh boy.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's,
Alright.
which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the weird.
Doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Oh, great rule.
If I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay. Random clues from previous cases can appear. This goes here. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't fucking know. If I get it mostly right. Doesn't that make a difference? If you target an empty section and press the left mouse button, you'll be given a hint. Okay. Scene of the crime. Oh no. This would be this part. Nope. This was correct. Was that an option?
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
All right. Oh, there was totally a thing there.
exactly what happened.
All right.
With bag in hand, she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Trying not to say anything when I saw where you were putting stuff at first, because the closing arguments are what I know best here.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Right.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks have been placed in the main hall.
Right.
Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
What the fuck? I still don't understand why.
Was responsible for the slaughter.
Where did the killer go after they were done? They went to the sauna.
Here's exactly what happened. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
I'm so sad. I didn't want it to be Mondo.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
You just laid it all out.
Evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Am I gonna have to do the fucking rhythm game against Taka instead of Mondo?
If I could somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear.
A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! Fever time and nega time. Okay. If you press the space key, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. What? At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push RMB, LMB, RMB, LMB, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. So your focus gauge. Ah, great. I hate this. I fucking hate rhythm game. This is not a good rhythm game.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
What did I do wrong? Check the control. Yep. Fair enough. Yep. I actually... Tempo marker. Lock on. Attack. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to be right-clicking to get the things. I forgot about that.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
He still killed the guy, alright? But, like, I don't mean to come across as a Mondo apologist in this moment. He gave up. Right here. He realizes, like, yeah, like, I did a bad thing, and now I gotta pay the price. There's there may be a little bit of honor to that. You know, like, Leon, he was like, no, the entire time, and, like, just wouldn't, accept it. So I will just, like, say that. Like, he's like, okay, yeah, I did it. Actually has a reason related to his backstory for actually committing the murder.
Goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like he got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it! There's no way he would kill someone! Sorry. Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Because that is his character.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murdered this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. No! No, Taka is a Nazi and you can't tell me otherwise. Anyway, there was once a young boy. And his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
Now nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy.
But now, no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak.
Weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong. Then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
Going to get stronger. And accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage.
So
he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong.
that was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro.
Huh? What? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Was it that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But how does moving the body keep a secret?
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed?
Why? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you?
Because, no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know. So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone! It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know? You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Hawata. Daya? I'm vegan. I eat that cheese substitute. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He even had the family pompadour. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number 1 in the gang, and his number 2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. What? But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why I thought he was actually gonna say it.
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta win. Don't fuck with me. I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top!
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. Oh, Isekai! Isekai! His kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Oh, Josuke. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what had happened. Get them channel points, bruh. I'm thinking of adding a dance party as well. I just haven't decided on the amount.
Yeah, kid. Rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's a team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother, he could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth, He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he'd pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt he'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I...
Mondo!
After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness that started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety, way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now?
I accidentally clicked.
Why are you telling me this?
Something like that.
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
You're right, but
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore.
Oh wait, that was the wrong voice.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right?
Whatever secret.
Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
Fuck off.
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
I feel like I've lost the voice and it's turned into something else entirely, and I'm just gonna go with it.
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just want
No, I really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. strong. I'm strong. Strong.
That's stupid. It's like motorcycle noises. Get it? If it's strong. Yeah, fuck off. I'll see myself out.
Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey! I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was a secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it!
Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets. From the outside world, he doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up! You son of a bitch! Go ahead, say it again! I dare you!
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
You mean execution!
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Hold on!
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No! Wait! Wait! I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh. he's got a pompadour on. Oh, I love it. The cage of death. It was like an electric chair? Did he get vaporized? He was turned into butter? What? Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
Another murder. And another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Ah! Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again, Bondo was just turned into fucking butter. What the fuck, man? But of course, he had to. Of course he had to.
What a disappointment. Is this the end of the game?
Byakuya? You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. You realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that...
Clever.
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library, as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule, too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue.
The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder?
He was such a fool, he didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up.
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene.
But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you'd have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Of course.
Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
This?
Oh, I'm up next.
You.
You'd like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
What do you mean?
Mean? Mean? Mean? Mean, 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 mean. Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victim. And then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion. Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us.
That is so specific.
All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to
As
ask.
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
All right. 10 to go. To be continued. Indeed. Oh, crazy! The crazy diamond present. Wow. Yes, I do want to save the data. And that's where we will end today. For those of you watching the stream, watching the VOD, thank you very much. I hope it was entertaining. I will be back, I don't know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll definitely be back Sunday for some more Praise the Sundays, where I keep going through Bloodborne. Hopefully getting a little farther, though now I'm at a point where I've never been in Bloodborne. So it's probably going to be a little slower progression. we'll see how it goes, but stay tuned for that. We also got Endless Legend and stuff that I'll be playing with Tim and David, and yeah, of course, more Danganronpa to come. But until next time. I'm actually pretty used to someone like jumping in at this point, or Timmy saying something, but Timmy's in his room. Like getting the dog to bark, sometimes on purpose. Of course, Ginger went with Timmy to his room